So I never took you back down here to give you an update on the fungus gnats that I had in the basement, but the yellow sticky things definitely worked. I just kept them hung up, and I used the mosquito dunks in the water every time I watered down here. And it took, I think, about a month before I didn't see any more gnats flying around. Like the last 2 weeks I didn't see anything, but it took quite a while to kill off the whole cycle of the fungus gnats. So I think next year I'm going to hang these up right away, and as soon as I see any gnats flying around, I'm going to start treating my water, just so that I don't get such a crazy population of them in my basement as I did this year. And it's way past time for me to get my trays out of here. I carried them all upstairs into the garage, and some I can transition to a wagon that my dad built. And then now I can get the lights off and stop coming down here every night. I just wanted to show you the wagon that my dad built a number of years ago with stuff that was around his farm. I can't take any credit for this. I don't even know if I told him exactly what I wanted, but it's a wagon, it's on wheels, so we can move it if we want. There's a roof, and it's made with this old, I don't even know what this is called, but it's old, so it's like filtered sunlight that comes through. So it's a great transition from the basement to the outdoors, because they're not getting direct sunlight. And then on really windy days, there's 4 doors that fold up, so I can fold up 1, 2, 3, or if it's crazy cold, I can even fold up 4 and throw a heater in here. So it works great for me. Yeah, and especially, I don't know if you can hear the thunder. There's a storm is coming very close, so I'll probably close up some in case the wind really gusts in. And these are all trays of soil blocks. I don't really want them getting rained on, whereas like the plugs, it doesn't matter. I actually prefer that they get rained on so I don't have to water them. But yeah, it's super cool. So I think it's been about 5 days that I've been picking here. Peony season is a little bit fast and furious, especially if it's sunny and hot. Things move pretty quickly. So thankfully they're a flower you can store in your cooler, and you can extend your sales over a few weeks. Yeah, there's just this variety, and I have a few stragglers in here, and there's another variety in the other field that isn't ready yet, but then there's just stragglers out there too. So almost done picking peonies. I get these stored and get ready for first market day. you. So we made it to market a little bit later on the street than normal, so it was a little bit of a rushed setup, but we're set up. I can tell that I'm actually quite nervous today. I don't know why. I think this is my 16th year setting up at this particular market, but I still get those first day jitters, like the first day of school. But actually it worked out this year that Bob could come with me on the first day, so that helped, especially because we were a little bit more rushed setting up. But we're here, the weather is fabulous, so hoping for a great first day of markets.
Well, yeah, roughly. Put them on, and then once you shut the...
So I just want to introduce you to my market. It's like super awesome. They like shut down Main Street here. And then we set up all along in the middle of the street. I even have, I don't know if you can see him in the background, there's a clown here. There's lots of fruits and vegetables. Strawberry season isn't happening yet, so we're a little bit low on the fruit vendors aren't here yet. But yeah, wineries, bakeries, lots of food people in the middle. So I love it. I think it's the best market ever, and it's the only market that I do. So look at this. I actually got a bucket of Ranunculus. Most of the plants are gone. I'm going to have to rebuy all my corms. Maybe a few more stems to cut this week. So this is actually the second batch I've cut. I was able to sell a bunch to a designer this week. And I think this is it, which is super sad. I put in the most Ranunculus that I've ever done and lost, I think probably 75% of them, maybe even more. I don't know, last year I was cutting buckets of them, but I don't have the plants. The cutworm took most of those out. But I'll be happy with what I have. It was actually a really good week. The weather for market was fabulous. Like, you can't ask for a better weather day to go to market. We only have 20 weeks of market, and so basically on my farm I sell at a farmer's market and I sell to wedding designers and florists who they're awesome. I just have a small group of them. I let them know what's available. They actually drive to my farm to pick up their flowers, which is so awesome because I don't have to do a delivery route. I can stay in my dirty clothes and I can keep working and just either pop over and help them load up their vehicle, or I put their orders in my floral fridge and they just grab and go. And they're such a nice group. It's so nice working with them. They're so kind and gentle with me, and they work well with my growing season when I have stuff and when I don't. So I really appreciate that. And then my other sales channel is the farmer's market, and there's 20 weeks to sell, so 1 week done. And I really need to make all the money for my farm in those 20 weeks. So those 20 weeks pay for a full year of Jen working on the farm and all my expenses. So there's sometimes a little bit of pressure, especially if some weeks it's raining at market and sales are drastically lower. So I'm just always really thankful when the weather is beautiful, and it was fantastic. We didn't quite sell out, but I had a ton of flowers this week because peony season is a week and a half earlier. Normally I don't have peonies before my first market day. So yeah, I was really happy with the sales this week. It was good. It was, when I came home, I actually unrolled, I treated myself to a new roll of row cover, but I was a little bit, I didn't think we would get frost, but in the neighboring region, they were calling for 4 degrees. And in the fall, if they call for 4 degrees, I can sometimes get frost here. So I just covered 3 rows of zinnias in case, I just wanted to sleep better that night because I was super tired and I didn't want to be worrying in the morning if it was going to frost or not. So I thought it better be I'd be safer than sorry come morning. So I covered them up. Nice to use a new fabric. Yeah, and there was no frost. It was, I think it did go down to 4 or 5 here, yeah, and now I really think the chance of frost is over. So, yeah, chickens are chickens are happy. It's funny, I actually think they like me, and maybe that's because I was feeding them cutworms for so long, but whenever I'm working near them, they like to hang out right alongside me. My only thing right now is that their bedtime is, they want to stay up way later than I do, and I really want to secure them in this safe house area there, so I can lock them in at night, but they want to stay up quite late, so I'm still finding I have to catch most of them, so I have to read up on this a bit more. Maybe I eventually get an automatic solar powered door or something that will close. I think maybe they go in more easily when it's actually dark. I don't know. But it's going well. I've moved them around. I actually moved them out of the dahlia patch and they're onto the grass, and I'm going to now move them across this, just work our way across the field. So happy chickens, happy Jen to finish first week of market, and very happy to have at least one bucket of ranunculus. Isn't it so pretty? I think it's one of the prettiest flowers. So I guess next year we'll try again. So another week wrapped up. Thanks again for hanging out with me and coming along to market. That was fun to have you there, and hope to see you again next week.